Hi there, I'm Lupita Murillo with News 4 Tucson. We are live at Old Nogales in the 11,000 block of Nogales Highway. This is where last night Rural Metro was here and recovered the body of 46-year-old Mark Neely. It happened in this wash. With me now is Battalion Chief John Waka. Chief, you were telling me that the vehicle started about a quarter of a mile, half a mile up from this area. You had barricade signs everywhere.
Yes, there were barricade signs on both sides of the wash. The water was running in this low area here as well too. Mark was a resident and he lived in the area here, so we don't know if he was just very familiar. He thought he was familiar with the area, but this is a classic example that you have to obey the barricade signs because you just don't know. But this water came down very fast. It came down very quick. There was a lot of heavy rain coming down from the mountain. So that water, once he went into the wash, the water basically took his vehicle very, very quickly, and it dragged that vehicle about a quarter to a half a mile. There were residents that were actually frantically trying to rescue him with a rope, with a pole, anything that they could use, and it just didn't work. Once he went under the underpass of Nogales Highway.
Okay, let's just show that right now. So this is the underpass.
Yes, okay, this is the underpass of Nogales Highway. The vehicle went under the underpass. As you see, there's a slope of a concrete slab that basically slopes down, and that's where the vehicle actually went upside down in that fast-moving water. And next to that, you can see some concrete rubble, some broken up slabs of concrete. That's what actually stopped the vehicle and kept it there. That was a very unstable situation for the vehicle as well too, because the vehicle was moving around, and with the vehicle being upside down, being up to its wheels in water, and very, very fast moving water, we realized that that was a situation where if an occupant was in there, it was not survivable. And at that particular point when we got here, we weren't sure if he was in the vehicle or not. We were hoping that he might have gotten out of the vehicle somewhere along the way, and we could find him. So we sent out a search party for that, but we couldn't find him. Once the water receded, we realized that we did have a fatality.
Question. You arrived here at 7:30 last night. Yeah. His body was not recovered until 11 o'clock. People may be asking the question of why didn't they try to save him?
Certainly. Well, first of all, the situation was just impossible. It was a worst case scenario for us. A vehicle being upside down in a very fast moving wash that's very high, with steep banks on each side of the wash, it made for a situation that was virtually impossible. If we tried to send responders down in a situation like that, it could have caused serious injury or a fatality to those responders as well too. So it was an impossible thing. In addition to that, we realized that it was not a survivable situation for that victim. Within about the first 5 minutes, he would have drowned or died from trauma from the incident. So we had to wait for the water to recede. Unfortunately, the water kept going up rather than going down. It actually went up for about an hour. It wasn't until about 2 to 3 hours later that we saw the water actually receded significantly. And at that point, then we could actually visualize and see that there was an occupant in the car. So we sent a team down at that point, and we did recover Mark's body.
Very, very sad, very unfortunate, but you said that you put those barricade signs for a reason.
Those barricade signs are there for everybody's safety. They're there for a very, very good reason. It's also illegal to go around those barricades, and it's illegal to go through flooded washes as well too. So don't go through flooded washes, don't go through barricades, don't go around barricades either. We can't stress it enough. Turn around, don't drown. When in doubt, wait it out. Sometimes these waters can recede quickly, sometimes they don't. But in either case, don't take a chance on it. Everybody that we see that gets stuck in a wash, they don't plan on getting stuck in a wash. They think it's never going to happen to them, but it can and it does happen, and sometimes it happens with severe consequences.
You were also telling me that because Mark Neely lived in the area, he probably had crossed that wash numerous times and made it across safely, but in this particular case it really wasn't raining that hard in this area.
No, that's correct. That's a good point. It was not. There was about a 15-minute of about a moderate rain in this area, which is really not enough to cause washes to run. But all that water, tons and tons of water, came down from the mountains. There was a big mountain rain, and rain all over southern Arizona, including the southern part of Tucson. and that created a huge volume of water that came through these washes.
You said you'd never seen it like that.
I have not seen water in my years here in public safety. I haven't seen water that fast and that rapid in a long, long time.
Chief, thank you very much for joining us, and stick with us because we're going to be doing a live at noon with you on News 4 at noon. So stick with us at 12:30. So again, you heard the chief. Turn around, don't drown. They can't stress that enough. Reporting live from Nogales Highway, Lupita Murillo, News for Tucson.